is going on, everyone? Welcome back to my super flat world. As you can see from the last video, I have done some renovating to it, add a few more mountains and stuff. Actually, there's a whole new video coming out here soon about this little project over here, but we'll save that for another day. So what I wanted to do in this video was go more into depth, more into detail, and kind of challenge myself to build a big mountain. And you know, these ones may look really big, but I'm going to try to make one that looks very good. As you can see, that one's alright. It has some weird, like, you can tell that I use like the sphere tool on that with World Edit. So we're going to try to make it a little bit better, but way really massive. So the first thing that you can do if you're following along or just want to know how to do this or just want to watch is you want to do /sphere. Grass block is how I like to start it off. And you can, there's 1,000 different ways to do it, but this is one. And we're going to do, let's just start it off with 25. So let's just jump right into here. And I want it to be like in this general area, so, which is fine. So, and I have an idea so it doesn't look that like unnatural to kind of fix that issue, but I want it to be way bigger than that. I want it to be pretty massive. So let's start off doing it like this. So basically what I do is I start with like the general shape I want it to be and just kind of go from there. And it honestly can be whatever you want it to be. I like to kind of make a circle, but kind of not at the same time, like a hat, like a weirdly designed circle. And this can get tedious over time, but there is a little bit of technique that can kind of go along with it. So I like to, since it is going to be big, I do want to do like a second layer, if you will, just so the smoothing process goes out a little bit quicker. We're not going to obviously fill this whole thing in, but just a quick, nothing doesn't have to be perfect, but a decent second layer behind it. So that'll do. That'll be all right. Just kind of fill in some of these other spots. So that'll work for now. The next thing I would want to do is kind of overlap them, just kind of aim in the middle like that, and then just go from there as well. So just keep pointing it right in the like that, and just keep following it along. Basically, it's not anything special, nothing too difficult. I'd say the trickiest part with this is the smoothing part, which we'll get to later, is because it can get kind of messy and kind of break things sometimes, but it's nothing that can't be fixed or adjusted. But in some parts, you're just never going to get perfect when you're doing this. It definitely is an interesting technique. And then, as you can see, we just kind of slowly build it up, overlapping it sort of like this as well. And I think the best part about this, doing this, is I just find it fun, because usually when you think of Minecraft, you're thinking of building buildings or structures or, you know, redstone stuff or just stuff like that, but no one ever tries to do terrain or rivers or just like anything like that by hand, like world generation stuff. And don't get me wrong, I add buildings and stuff to these worlds too to give it life, but I really try to focus on building like a world around it. And like usually like the fun and the enjoyment I get out of this is I really like the maps for like Oblivion and Skyrim and those kind of games. So I kind of imagine I'm building the world around it, or building a world for a game like that. And I get a lot of enjoyment and fun out of doing that. So that's basically how I get enjoyment out of this. You know, not for everyone. Obviously, you barely see anyone doing stuff like this on YouTube. But yeah, that's pretty much where my mindset is when doing this. I need to make like a city or something as well. That'll probably be like my next like project on this map that's not for like terrain like this. But anyways, back to explaining the thought behind this. What should I do? Then this part's kind of judgment call, like when you start putting the stone at the top like that. I kind of want to do something a little bit different for the stone on the top of this mountain, just to give it like a unique look than rather just all stone, which I'll show how to do here in a second. And then you don't have to do this, but we'll just kind of throw some grass in here just to connect it all together. So basically, make it high enough to where the stone will go, /brush, sphere, stone, and then started to like the tough block. I think it looks interesting, so I want more stone than tough, so then we'll do like 20. Then you just kind of eyeball it and kind of just make it into a mountain. Yeah, this one's way bigger than the other ones, but so yeah. So now it's looking decent. It still looks kind of, obviously this looked really bad, but we're going to go in there and fix that, and then we'll throw a stone one in there, just kind of patch it up, give it a little different look than usual. But now the thing I wanted to fix was I wanted to add a smaller base of grass around the bottom like that. So we'll do 10 and then kind of just go around the outside like that, because it's weird. Once it gets too big, it'll like start making these like really steep, and you can tell they're obviously a sphere, but it won't hurt anything. And then, like I preach in all my videos, like this doesn't have to be perfect. Like people are gonna say this probably looks crap, but it is what you want it to be. And as long as you're having fun with it and doing what you enjoy, then I wouldn't really worry about it that much. Like this, yeah, like this right here definitely needs fixed, which we will fix there. So let's kind of bring this around like that. And if you mess up like that with world edit, you can do /undo that and then just kind of go from there. And it's just fun to see how big and stuff you can make it once you get used to it. And it's just interesting to see how creative you can be and how like big and stuff you can make these, which is cool. So keep doing that like that and just kind of go with it. And like I said, it can get pretty tedious, but it's just part of the game, I guess. This will be more of a relaxing kind of stress-free video. So if you like that kind of style, and this is the video for you as well. So we're kind of getting there, and this will be a spot for like a road perhaps. Yeah, that needs fixed there a little bit. We'll kind of fill that in. I'll kind of bring it around and then shall be good. Alrighty, those in a little bit. So it's the part that can get a little bit tricky to do. The smoothing part, we'll make it daytime so we can see a little bit better. You just want to do that how I just did that command with smooth, and then start smoothing it out. And I like to start bottom and then work my way up with the smooth. I don't like to just drag it all the way up and then just keep clicking like that. And then you can see how sometimes, like I just did do that for demonstration purposes, how sometimes it can like mess up the sides and make it weird looking like that, which is what we want to try to avoid, but sometimes it's just unavoidable. We'll probably have a bunch of spots like that here, like it gets a little tricky like that, but it's all right. But it's at a distance. Like if you're just using this for like background, like backdrop to like your main area, no one's ever going to notice it as well. And most of the time it doesn't bother me when it's like that, but some people it may bother. But oh well. So you just keep following around like this, going. And then it's cool. Sometimes you can build like structures into this. That can be fun. But I enjoy just doing it like this. So just keep smoothing it around like so. So the next, actually, I'll speak a little bit on the next video coming out that pertains to this map. It's going to be a little bit more edited than usual. Trying something new with that video. So hopefully that works well. And I actually build like something in it other than terrain, so that'll be cool. But just to keep on with the theme here, we'll keep doing this. And then, actually, this is looking a lot better than I thought it was going to come out. I'm not going to lie. I didn't know. It's hard to smooth it out with these. The bigger you make them, the harder the smoothing process, the less like natural you can get it to look. But I think me adding like the extra layers and stuff kind of is helping out a lot. So I'm going to definitely keep that in mind for the next time I do something like this as well. So just keep kind of working at it, and then you'll find spots, you'll quit doing this and then you'll come back again, you'll see a spot and you might have to smooth it back out. But as for this, it's coming out better than I thought. It'll never be perfect, but you can definitely get it to be decent. And then, if you have any ideas in the comments of what's something cool to be built on this mountain, I'd love to hear it. So just like so, and then I'll show some other stuff in this video as well. Some other cool stuff we can build. Yeah, so that's pretty much the gist of it. And then what you can do here is /snow, and then we'll do like, we'll get crazy and put some mountain goats up here. Why not? So yeah, that's pretty much in regards to that. Not too bad for how quickly it was done, how quickly you can make a mountain. And I explain this in every video. I know there's obviously terrain generation mods, but I think it's, like I said, I think it's part of the fun to make your own custom terrain by hand as well. So we'll see how this looks like if you were in the backdrop of it. Like, yeah, I really like that. That's really cool. So at first glance it looks good so far, and then let's see if my commands got reset, and then I can show you how to do the roads. Okay, yeah, so basically that's just brush, and then it's going to be like a slab of all those different blocks as well, and then you can see how it just kind of connects to the road. Oh, I have a really good idea. We're going to put a river down the middle of this as well. I think that'll look really cool. I can show you guys how to do that in this video too. So it'll be like a smaller river. So that looks good like that. We'll lead it out. And then, so basically for the river, you're just going to do brush, CYL, kind of the same deal, air, And then I like to do 6-1. I think will fit pretty good in this for what the size we're looking for as well. And it'll kind of be going alongside that. Not sure what this is going to connect to, but maybe we'll put like a big lake over there at some point. But for now, it should be fine. I want that, and then whoops. Okay, now we're just getting too crazy with it. Some spots that kind of like a little bit deeper, something like that. That'll do. And then kind of the same ordeal here. You're kind of getting the trend of it. We'll do 2-1 for the sand. And I like to line the outside with sand as to give it like a little shoreline. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be like use precision to do this. Just kind of drag it along the outsides like this as well. And then I'll definitely, as always, I put the mods and all the stuff I use for this. This is just world edit, but like the ambience mods and the shaders and all that, I can link if you're curious to what that is too. So just keep following along, painting it how you want it to be. Like that part we can kind of fix. Then we'll leave that blank like that in case we want to expand it as well. So keep doing it like this, following it along. There we go. All right. So the next thing to do is I like to have the bottom sand, a lot of sand. And the more you just put it in there, the more frequent the block will be. And then I like a little gravel and then some clay as well. So we'll do like N1 just to fill it in quickly. Just give it some texture at the bottom. Texturing your builds can go a long way. Just keep filling it in like that, and then you should be good. So, okay, so this part is done. I like the river. This will probably be a bridge, maybe, I don't know. But so you want to find the highest level that's not on land, and you simply just want to do / fill. And then since this river is pretty big, I'll probably do like 200 and just fills whatever land you're in with water. But you want to be really careful because sometimes if you do it, like if I did it up here, it would lag the whole map out. But as long as you're in a like contained area, you should be fine. Then you can quickly see how this starts to look very real, like it was generated in game or something like that. But definitely a fun, cool little technique. I don't honestly know where I learned to do this, but I think it's fun. It's nothing special either. Like I don't want to sound like I like this is like very hard to do. It's fun in my mind, but others may not find it fun. Who knows? Kinda. And then you can always put other stuff, like throw in some of these little lily pads, like little spots with it. Who knows? Whatever you like. Just kinda let it be what you want it to be as well. And then we'll do Bruce. And I think it's wherever you think you can put some like trees and stuff down the side of it. I don't know, whatever you like, honestly, whatever maybe if someone, I think a little house at some point would look there, so I'm gonna let that go like that, and then kind of fix this up like that. I'm not gonna grow all this, but just kind of to demonstrate how you can bring it all to life, possibly. Yeah, just have fun with it. Use your imagination, I think, is the best wisdom to use. But anyways, that's pretty much the gist of it, I would say. But yeah, that's, kind of brings it all to life like that. And then you can use the bone meal, or there's commands you can use to grow stuff and other stuff. But since I'm doing such a small area, I'll just do it by hand as well. Kind of like that, and just letting it do its thing. And of course, you can add some little lights and stuff wherever you'd like. So yeah, we'll put over here. Then you can just kind of do whatever you want, honestly. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I've been doing. Like what I have fun doing on creative on Super Flat. Not the best, not the worst. It's just basically doing what you want to do and having fun with it and making it exactly in your image, and just you being creative, having some fun, mods, using some cool mods to do this. And I'm gonna end it at that. Hopefully you guys liked this video. Hopefully it was more laid back, a little bit more relaxing, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Join Discord. Put the link in the description. We have a Minecraft server application on Discord, all that good stuff. So with that being said, hopefully you guys have a good weekend, and we'll see you in the next one. God bless.